How's it being Steph's teammate there for that?
Man, it's a lot of fun. You're used to being on the other side, and it's good to be on this side and see it work out.
Aaron Gordon had 50 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 threes against the Golden State Warriors. And the Warriors had Stephen Curry. With a 9-1 record against the Warriors over the last 10 games, the Nuggets were almost certain to win against Golden State.
It's good! Jokic got it off in time!
Almost. The NBA legitimately has a Golden State Warriors problem. Only the second game of the regular season and the fourth quarter, especially the closing minutes, were as intense as any playoff game. There is no way to minimize how effective this Warriors team has been while still being down one of their starters in Moses Moody. The victory in overtime against a team that is considered a contender when their third option has a career-high 50 points with an automatic shot from distance, their first option has a triple-double, and their second option has a 25-point double-double shows the resolve of a team that has trust in each other, trust from the coaching staff and players reciprocally, and all the makings of a championship roster. So, how did the Warriors manage to survive a 50-point outburst and a triple-double combo? The Warriors just might have found new balance and a way forward. They still need to make one adjustment, which if not done correctly, could hurt what the teams found early in the season. What is that adjustment? Get ready. You're about to get switched. With 10 unanswered points to start the game, the Warriors dropped the gauntlet and looked poised to do something shocking to the Denver Nuggets. But this was just poetry in motion, as the Nuggets railed home 10 unanswered points of their own, picking up the gauntlet and staking their claim as one of the top teams in the league. The stage was set. Nothing will come easy to the Golden State Warriors. Or will he? Will Richard, the Warriors' 56th pick of the draft, let me say that again, the 56th overall pick, who had 55 other players selected before him, a rookie, in his second NBA game, played 17 minutes in what was essentially a playoff-level atmosphere basketball. Not only did he play 17 minutes, he had an incredible impact. It's as if someone smashed GB2 and Jordan Poole together, and voila. Not nearly as good as Poole offensively, but his ability to play off the ball has been the spark the Warriors need off the bench on both ends of the floor. We already know he brings great perimeter defense, but this lob contest at the rim is something we'd more attribute to a GP2 or a JK. Or how about this offensive board to reload Jimmy on a triple? He's got a motor and clearly very unselfish. This next play he finds Kuminga in the corner for a 3, and instead of running back immediately, he knows his personnel. What if this shot doesn't fall? Very good fundamentals. He comes back and loads up to jump for that offensive rebound with a 7-foot Jokic in the vicinity. Instinctively, Will Richard is everything you could ask for in a role player, and if you want a real comp, look no further than Keon Ellis. In 2 games, Richard is averaging 5.5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal while shooting 40% from 3 in just 15 minutes. Keep an eye on that number as the season progresses because, as I've said, he wasn't a shooter coming into the league, but don't be surprised if that becomes a huge element to his game. What we're seeing in real time is his preseason progression to the regular season. Now, of course, the Warriors are missing a player in Moses Moody, which likely allows Steve Kerr to play Will Richard as much as he is. What happens when Moody returns? This is the eventual adjustment Steve Kerr will have to make that could hurt the team if not done correctly. Who is set to lose minutes once Moses Moody, who's set to return against Portland tonight, is back on the floor? Steve Kerr would be remiss to leave Moody out of the starting lineup. However, with multiple wins, especially in a clutch game against the Denver Nuggets, he might decide to take things a bit slow and integrate him into the lineup by first having him come off the bench. If so, who would he replace? The 2 options are Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. Let me know in the comments below which of the 2 you'd replace and why, because it might not be as straightforward as you think. While JK has fit like a glove, Pods has had a rough time. So much so that the usual plus-minus monster was the only player in the starting lineup with a minus after the game against Denver. In 2 games, he's put up 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists while shooting 30% from 3 in 34 minutes. Steve Kerr might be inclined to stick with Pods despite his early struggles. And while this isn't the end of the world, as it could take him some time to find his rhythm, Kerr risks losing what he's had with JK in terms of trust and relationship. A bit of chemistry that might come at a price. That chemistry between player and coach has been supported by the development between Jimmy and JK. A clip posted by Anthony Slater of ESPN shows Jimmy giving JK on-court guidance in the form of a shove to help him maintain his position defensively. In just that quick second, Jimmy is saying, "Switch, I'm staying here. Stay on Aaron Gordon on the perimeter." If we freeze the frame here with JK looking at Brown, if Jimmy didn't shove JK and AG was looking for that opportunity, he would have been able to come off a Brown screen and get an open look for a shot he's made 10 out of 11 times in that game. These guys clearly still have room to become more comfortable with each other on the floor, and they'll need time to continue gelling, so it is really important that Steve Kerr's reinsertion of Moody keeps this intact. For now, it seems Pods is the odd man out. We're also seeing the impact of Al Horford, who's hit some big shots to come up clutch for the Warriors. Recently, Horford stated that he couldn't have made the decision to come to Golden State if the Celtics didn't win a championship following their defeat in 2022. That goes to show you how much of a competitor he is, as well as committed to the team's goal. With 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and 1 block to go along with his 3 threes, Horford's presence was not only felt, he was a necessary part of the win against Denver. How many centers are going to give you a chase down suffocating block on a guard? I mean, he spiked that ball so hard that two-stepping Euro ducked his own blocked shot. The Warriors' management of Horford's minutes is basically a statement they're making that they don't put their best starting 5 out there on the floor to start. The availability is there, but only if they feel like they're out of other options, and right now, they seem to have a few. In his place, at least for the moment, the Warriors will continue to go with Draymond, who quietly almost had a triple-double of his own with 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists while hitting 2 threes, all before game time. But really, impressive game from Draymond.
Are you okay? I'm great, Bob.
You know what? Let's just move on to the insanity that actually happened in this game. Stephen Curry out-curried himself.
It's what I'm excited to be here for.
Shot 50% from 3, shocking the boots off the gold diggers.
A little airspace, that's all he needs. 38 for Curry.
But we're talking about the Nuggets here, not your average NBA team. 42 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and threes. If you ever need to change gears down the stretch, be sure to hit the clutch on the left, because when it mattered most, only one player could respond to an opponent having a career night shooting. The baby-faced assassin still remains one of the coldest players to ever play the game. At his age, to still be able to move with or without the ball, driving to the basket and blowing by opponents is a marvel of either science, human biology, or both. Curry will be turning 38 in 5 months and somehow still moves as if he just came into the league. This is just ridiculous. I've thought the scoring was very balanced throughout the game, but biased towards Curry near the end, which is exactly how it should be. All this team has to do is stay healthy. They have some talented young players who can help them manage their minutes to do just that. If they go into the playoffs without injury, no one wants to see this team for 7 games. The West is tough for sure, but 2 tough games in, and only 2 teams are up 2-0 to start. The Warriors and the Thunder. A quick shout out to Razor Sharp for becoming the newest member. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate all your support. Was this a good barometer for Golden State, or is there more for them to prove? Who do you think is a tough matchup for the Warriors? Lastly, what do you think of Steph Curry's otherworldly shooting? Post your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Swish!